Top 5 relationship problems faced by Aries. Relationships can be a difficult thing for Aries, as they like to have many different things going on at once. They're masters of starting new things, but not seeing them through, so it's important to watch what Aries does to see if it matches what they say. This base trait of Aries can sometimes lead to problems, and here are some examples. Number 1. Commitment is difficult for Aries. As I said, easy to start, but hard to follow through. When it comes to relationships, Aries may have a hard time making a decision and sticking with it. It can be small things like doing certain chores or jobs, but it can also extend to issues with infidelity. Aries men especially have a tendency to lose interest in a particular partner and may look to find someone else to spice up their life. For this reason, Aries may remain single or choose to live life as a bachelor. That's a lonely existence, however, and not something to consider lightly. Life moves on quickly, and the chance of missing out on having a family increases with age. So it's very important for Aries to learn commitment early on. Number 2. Aries has a very bad temper. Aries is one of the most impulsive signs of the zodiac, which tends to make their tempers run hot. They explode with fiery anger quite easily. Thankfully, they tend to cool down just as quickly. Having a bad temper, however, can make relationships difficult for Aries. There needs to be a certain amount of harmony to keep the relationship going, and that can be hard if you're aggravated at the smallest things. It's important to learn when it's appropriate to blow up and get angry. Otherwise, Aries might find themselves getting the door shut on their relationship because they simply couldn't control their anger. Number 3. Some people don't have as much energy to keep up. Aries is ambitious and driven with a seemingly endless supply of energy. There's no stopping them once they have their mind set on something. As the sign of the Ram, they'll push anything aside that gets in their way. Therefore, Aries needs a partner who can keep up with their constant goals and activities, which limits their selection of potential mates to people who have just as much drive as they do. Their drive might also make them oblivious to other people's needs, so anyone that doesn't keep up gets left in the dust. Aries will burn bridges before they even have the chance to be built, and that can affect their ability to find or stay in a relationship. Number 4. Aries is selfish or egotistical. Aries rules the first house of the self. They're concerned mostly about themselves, what they can do, what their goals are, how they look, how they take care of themselves, etc. They often don't take others into consideration until after thinking for themselves first. In a relationship, they may give themselves the better-looking pizza slice or eat the last of something. They may even expect their partner to do certain things for them without returning the favor. Aries can be a real tyrant if their ego is very large. That being said, most people don't like others that are too full of themselves, and that can make it difficult for Aries to make a genuine connection with others. And number 5, Aries gets into relationships on impulse. Probably one of the worst relationship problems Aries runs into is the tendency to get into a new relationship without much consideration. It may be from a fling or one-night stand that turns into a whirlwind romance that dies out within a few months. This is because of Aries' tendency to act without thinking. Sometimes that seems like a good idea at first, and can have major consequences later on. It's the equivalent of two teenagers running away together to get away from their parents or hometown. It seems like a great idea at first, but then reality sets in, and difficult problems arise. It would be very beneficial for Aries to think about the consequences of their actions well before acting. Not every single Aries is wildly impulsive and selfish, but these tend to be general traits that lead to some of the problems listed here. Most of the problems Aries face can be solved and even avoided with just a little bit of forethought. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe for all the updates.